One thing I always tell my customers that it's important are we call staggered end laps, where panels come down off and then the new panel starts.
Exactly.
That we stagger. Some are, we don't have a four-way connection.
Right.
And then how good this connection is with the Butler building.
Sure.
And do you agree with that?
Well, yeah, I totally agree with the staggered panel laps, because if you don't stagger them, the panel laps tend to be a little bit wider than the panel itself.
The seam,
yeah, because you have two panels coming together, so it's just
actually
a fraction.
Four right there.
Right. It's just a fraction of an inch, but if you add that up over 200 feet, you're going to have a bow in your roof. So Butler staggers the panel laps to where you don't have that bulge on the panel. But we have other buildings, they specify, the engineering's not as good, so they specify the laps all in a row. So you're fighting it the whole time to keep it straight, because the middle where the laps are tend to keep pushing outward.
Oh, because it's wider right there.
That is correct.
And also, don't you get a lot more metal at the seam because there's four pieces?
Exactly, and that's what causes it to bulge.
And leak. And then the other thing is that I think, one thing that I think is outstanding is Butler has those end laps end on a purlin, which we'll show you in a minute, and that purlin gives tremendous support.
Exactly.
So you can walk on the roof. Now what have you got there?
Well, at each lap, this goes underneath the lap. Yeah, there's pre-punched holes in the roofing. These studs, stainless steel studs, actually go through the pre-punched holes in both panels.
And they're welded here in the back, aren't
yeah,
they?
They're even welded. And then this goes underneath the panels. You have
then you
two
got
panels.
a rough sheet here.
Exactly. You lay your first panel down, you put your mastic in, and you caulk the ends. And then you lay your upper panel on top of that, and then you put this strap support over the top panel, and then use the stainless steel nuts.
Wow, they use stainless steel.
Right, yeah, they never rust.
Wow, who would notice that? Yeah. Except the erector.
Yeah. Well, even galvanized kind of gives you problems over time, but these are stainless steel, you never have any trouble with them.
Nice. So that really ensures a tight
it sure does. Yeah, what you're doing is sandwiching the two panels together, and of course the mastic and the caulk is in there. Even the mastic has those little beads we talked about before that keep you from over compressing the mastic and the caulking. You need a little bit in there for
all the time
for expansion and contraction. Yes.
Okay.